a little boy, you know, I'm trying to keep him occupied on the plane for 3 hours.
I understand. We're just trying to relax and get to our destination. We're all going to be here.
It's fine. We'll stop in a sec.
You got a lot of energy.
We interrupt this program to prescribe you with 1,000 milligrams of red vitamins.
Right here, right now. It's the right time, it's the right sound. Right now. Tell the whole pipe down. Tell the nigga pipe down.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
How does it feel to have a sister that has an OF?
My friends always ask me if it's pink, but I don't really know what they mean by that.
NANI?
Do you know?
Jesus Christ. Click the link in my bio. I can't. How does it...
Okay. So, guys, I mean, the OF promotion has just gotten weirder and weirder. Way more strange. And they continue to say, oh, well, my kid isn't going to figure out, or my family members are going to... This young man has a sister who is on OF, and his friends literally are asking him if it is pink. This is an inappropriate conversation for two siblings to have. It's giving incestual, and it almost sets up the alley-oop for step brother corn, if you will. I think this is pushing it, okay? And I'm all for intercourse work, okay? I support the intercourse workers. As a matter of fact, I've told you guys that if intercourse work was legal, which I think it should be, as far as like hand-to-hand intercourse work, right? Body to body, if you will. It should be legal because it would basically bring balance to the sexual marketplace. However, there's a time and a place, and it should definitely, you know, have more of a black market feel. I'm not saying that it should be on the black market, although it is now. What I am saying, though, is it should be an adult-only space. It shouldn't be discussed nor even acknowledged around in front of children to protect their innocence. There's no reason why this young man should even know what OF is, but obviously every kid has a device in his hands and whatnot. They're going to learn. But it shouldn't be introduced to them by their sister, who just so happens to make spicy content. So I thought this conversation, this interview, this promotion style was extremely inappropriate. I find it unfortunate. It looks like they do have a pretty substantial amount of money, okay? So he's probably really insulated from the realities of what his sister is actually doing. But one day his friends are going to come. They're going to buy the OF using their parents' credit card, or maybe even their CashApp card. I've seen 6-year-old kids with CashApp cards running a bag up, okay? So he's going to come, he's going to pay for the OF, and then they're going to show him what his sister looks like, and he's going to really find out if it's pink or not.
I'm looking for a wealthy businessman, like somebody who can take care of me, because like the way that I'm a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian woman. I want the same household that I had when I was a child. So my dad took care of my mother, all his wives, all his girlfriends. They never had to like lift a finger. When I was younger, I never entered the kitchen. I'm looking for...
All right, so you heard her there. She said her father was a polygynous man. He took care of all his wives, all his, girlfriends. And I mean, honestly, if that's what she's looking for, it shouldn't be that hard to find. Now, here's the thing. Any woman who is open to polygyny is not going to have a hard time finding high-value men. You're really not, okay? Now, can you stomach that, especially if it's a guy that you actually like? And that's what's going on. This woman probably has met a high-value man who she actually likes, right? but he was polygynous and she couldn't take it. Okay, it broke her heart and she could not deal with that. I don't think she's really built for a polygynous lifestyle because she was most likely raised in the West. And as you can see, this comment says, yeah, it sounds like she needs to go back to Nigeria. Yeah, it does, because I genuinely don't see how it's difficult for her to find a high value man if she is open to polygyny. And what does that mean? That means that the relationship is open on the man's side, closed on the woman's side, as opposed to polygamy, where it is open on both sides. Okay, so polygyny, polygamy, two different things. We don't support polygamy. We don't acknowledge polygamy. We do support polygyny and acknowledge polygyny. Okay, a polygynous lifestyle. Now, she's saying that, oh, I can't find a rich businessman who will take care of me. I don't see how you're struggling when you have this type of outlook on dating. If you're open to polygyny, then finding a rich man is not going to be hard. What is going to be hard is checking your attitude at the door. And that's exactly why she most likely has not found that man, because she has an attitude. She's stuck up. She's sedity, and she most likely doesn't respect men. And, you know, I mean, otherwise, I don't see why it would be so difficult for her to find a relationship with a high value man if she would accept polygyny, or her standards are too high. Hey, maybe you need to go for a high value man who is shorter, all right? Or maybe you need to go with a high value man who is fatter, okay? Maybe you even need to deal with a Malcolm, okay? A medium ugly, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man, or a massively ugly, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man, because obviously the mildly attractive or the massively attractive Malcolms are not really interested in you, and the high value men are not interested in you as well, okay? Because, what's right? She has her youth. She is attractive. It looks like that is probably weave in her hair, so we need to really see her actual hair length to ultimately determine where she's at with it. But I genuinely don't see why she would have any difficulty finding a high value man, except for her own personal shortcomings and that attitude.
A little boy, you know, I'm trying to keep him occupied on the plane for 3 hours.
I understand. We're just trying to relax and get to our destination. We're all going to be good.
It's fine. He'll stop in a sec.
You got a lot of energy, don't you?
Just talk to me.
I'm sorry. Do you care to get your kid under control?
It's getting real.
I mean, have you ever had a kid on the plane for 3 hours? What would you do? What would you do?
got a good
If that was
point.
my kid, he would be behaving.
He's behaving, definitely behaving. Now you.
I don't think you've passed on good manners.
I definitely passed on good manners. I'm gonna need you to turn around.
Oh, no.
I got this. I'm gonna need you to turn around and play it off.
Play it off.
He stopped.
Okay.
It stopped.
Yeah, you're good.
Honestly, you don't need to make a scene.
I mean, come on.
Stop, honey. Like,
What do you
honestly.
mean stop it?
Yeah,
I mean,
listen
it's
to
like
your
I'm on a
wife.
roller coaster.
Listen to your wife. That's your best bet. Turn around and listen to your wife.
Hey, buddy. Is there any way you can stop maybe kicking the seat?
Do not talk to my son. Don't talk to my son.
Man,
I was.
Talk to me like your husband did. Talk to me.
have you considered reading a motherhood book?
Motherhood.
I was just trying
Motherhood.
to.
Now
Keep
you're
your-
overstepping your boundaries.
Overstepping my
Yeah, you are, and you really starting to piss me
You're
off.
overstepping my boundaries by letting your kid.
No, my kid is just fine. My kid is fine. Turn around. No, you can turn
Lower
around.
your voice a little.
No, I don't need to lower anything.
I was asking you nicely,
You-
and I was asking your
No,
son
but
nicely. if
both
he
of
could
y'all,
stop kicking the
both of y'all
back of his
together.
seat.
Can you not
Or-
talk to my wife?
First of all, your husband is disrespectful.
Do not
Your
point
husband
at my
disrespectful.
husband.
No, okay, well I'll point at you then.
I'll tell you what's disrespectful.
Uh-oh.
The way that you're talking to us right now is really
And the way that you
disrespectful.
turned around
You just
and
let
talked
your
to my
kids
son,
go
and you talking
crazy?
about reading a book.
Yeah.
You
I
read a
think
book.
I think
You
it-
need to read a book,
I
and
think-
then
I
maybe
think
you
perhaps-
wouldn't be entertaining back here.
Maybe you should join a mother's group and maybe get
No, I
some
don't
pointers
need-
on how to be a mom.
No.
Buddy, do you
Woo! So as you guys can see, it is turmoil on that flight, okay? You have this little boy, okay, this badass little kid, and he is kicking the seat of the white man in front of him. Now, the sister, obviously, single mother, it looks like she has 2 children, or is that another kid in the other seat? Oh yeah, it is another kid in the other seat. So she has 2 children. One is older, one is younger. And she obviously cannot control these children, okay? And this just goes to show that single mother cannot control their kids. They need a father, a disciplinarian. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if that little boy was kicking the seat in front of him, I would have took him to that bathroom and wore his behind out, okay? Whereas a single mother cannot be a good disciplinarian because the kids, they just don't respect her physicality at a certain age. And I mean, that little boy is very young. And I guarantee that her whippings don't hurt no more, especially the way that he's acting. So you can tell that she is extremely triggered that somebody is calling her out on her parenting, okay? She's so triggered that she almost got to fighting on a plane. And, you know, things like this can get you kicked off of a plane. And then you see all the other passengers, they look annoyed because, you know, she's going to get loud and she's going to start standing up and she's going to do the, don't talk to me like that. And, I mean, if it did get physical, I guarantee her teenage boy would jump in and start, you know, fighting as well. Maybe even the little kid will get some kicks in. You see, he's still kicking. So, guys, what can we learn from this scenario? For one, you definitely don't want to be on a plane near a single mother. That is just common knowledge. Okay, so, you know, I'll leave that there. But this scenario, it plays out in real life all the time where these women cannot control these young kids. And what happens to these young kids? They end up in the streets, they end up deleting people, and they end up being a detriment and a harm to society. So, man, we're going to see a lot more of this in the future. So, hey, buckle up. But you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship request to email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp so I know you pay on time, man. Y'all need to be on your motherfucking thing with the BS. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.